Alright, let's rip the band-aid off. Muzan Kibutsuji. He's the big bad in Demon Slayer, a monster responsible for centuries of death and despair. You'd think a character with that resume would be unforgettable, the kind of villain who haunts your dreams. But what if, for all his terrifying power, Muzan is actually one of the most forgettable and poorly written villains in modern anime? While other antagonists challenge heroes with complex philosophies or tragic backstories, Muzan's simple, almost childish desire for immortality makes him less of a compelling foe and more of a narrative roadblock. Today we're diving into why Muzan might just be the worst written major villain in anime history. Let's start with the obvious. Muzan never really changes. He struts onto the scene dripping with arrogance, slaughters some innocents, and then spends most of the series hiding behind his 12 Kazuki. When we finally see him in a real fight, the calm, calculating mastermind we were promised devolves into a screaming blob of tentacles with daddy issues. Compare that to someone like Frieza from Dragon Ball Z. Even Frieza, a planet-blowing tyrant, actually learns and adapts from his losses. Muzan's only gear is "I'm perfect," and that gear strips its teeth the moment things don't go his way. For a 1,000-year-old demon king, there's no growth, no nuance, just volume. Immortality sounds impressive, but it's the laziest villain goal on the shelf. Why does Muzan want to live forever? Because he's afraid of death. That's it. That's the grand, terrifying motivation of the Demon King. No twisted utopia he's building, no lost lover to resurrect, no corrupted ideal, just pure toddler-level fear. Contrast that with Johann Liebert from Monster, who wants to watch the world implode to engineer his own perfect suicide, or Griffith from Berserk, who sacrifices his comrades to build a kingdom that mirrors his colossal ego. Those motivations hit hard. Muzan's boils down to, "I don't want to die," and it's hard to feel chills when the big bad is just a glorified coward. Here's the undeniable truth. Demon Slayer's side villains do all the heavy lifting. Akaza's tragic obsession with strength, Kokushibo's soul-crushing jealousy of his brother, and Doma's cheerful nihilism all pack more emotional punch in a single flashback than Muzan manages in the entire series. When your supporting villains are richer and more compelling than the final boss, it's a problem. Audiences remember Akaza's devastating duel with Rengoku because it's a clash of worldviews. Muzan's grand finale, on the other hand, is a light show in a meat cave. The visuals are stunning, but there is no emotional weight. Muzan is supposedly the origin of every demon, and has been around for over 1,000 years, causing untold suffering. Yet, the story never truly lets that immense scale hit home. We hear about centuries of devastation, but we largely see one devastated family and one heroic trio. Compare that to Attack on Titan, where Zeke's genocidal plan literally reshapes the entire world, or Frieza's empire, which spans galaxies. Both of those narratives keep raising the stakes until the horizon itself shakes. Demon Slayer, however, keeps the camera so tightly focused on Tanjiro's circle that Muzan's apocalyptic hype feels like little more than playground gossip. Great villains often serve as dark mirrors to the hero, challenging their core beliefs. Think about Light Yagami and L in Death Note, a clash of justice and godhood. Muzan, though, he shares absolutely nothing with Tanjiro. Their ideologies never clash because, frankly, Muzan has no discernible ideology beyond narcissism and self-preservation. He's less a character and more a virus with a good haircut. This missing reflection robs the final confrontation of any thematic weight, turning what should be a battle of worldviews into a simple race against the clock. So what do you think? Does another villain deserve the worst written crown? Or am I being too harsh? Drop your pick in the comments. And if you're craving more deep dives into anime writing, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss the next one. A weak final villain can drag down an entire story. Demon Slayer's gorgeous animation and emotionally resonant backstories for its side characters carry the show, but Muzan's hollow presence, particularly in the final arc, leaves the plot spinning its wheels. Every showdown promises a clash, but we often get another power-up against a villain who simply refuses to evolve. The emotional peak should be the moment Tanjiro achieves his purpose. Instead, we watch two slabs of plot armor swing at each other until sunrise. That's not catharsis, it's contractual obligation, and it makes the final victory feel less earned. So, is Muzan the most evil villain in anime? Body count-wise, he's up there. Story-wise, he's a puff of smoke. He lacks growth, a compelling philosophy, and any real connection to the hero. He's just a cosmic tantrum wrapped in a fear of death. Until the next shonen delivers a big bad this bland, Muzan Kibutsuji unequivocally keeps the crown for worst written major villain. Agree or disagree? Light up the comments, keep it civil, and as always, thanks for watching.